Forget everyday supercars. What you are looking at right now isn't just automotive engineering, it's multi-million-dollar modern art capable of bending the laws of physics. We're talking about handcrafted titanium chassis, Formula One drivetrains built to survive thousands of horsepower, and price tags so absurd they make super yachts look budget-friendly. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 ultimate dream cars in the world for 2026, ranking them from practical luxury monsters to one-of-one hypercars that redefine what human hands can build. Strap in, because number one doesn't even use a transmission. Starting our dream list at number 10 is the vehicle Ferrari swore they would never build, the Ferrari Purosangue. Don't call it an SUV. Ferrari calls it a four-door, four-seater sports car, and under the hood, it proves it. Engine power. While everyone else went with turbochargers or battery packs, Ferrari dropped a raw, atmospheric 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 in the front mid position, pushing 715 horsepower and revving to a staggering 8,250 RPM, it hits 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds. Durability and engineering. To prevent body roll without adding heavy anti-roll bars, Ferrari developed a revolutionary true active damper system. Each shock absorber has its own electric motor that actively pushes against cornering forces. The chassis combines ultra-high-strength aluminum and carbon fiber, offering 30% higher torsional rigidity than the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso. Estimated price? Base models start around $400,000, but with Maranello's famous options list, most roll out at over $550,000. At number 9, sits the absolute pinnacle of electric violence. The newly evolved Rimac Nevera R engine power, driven by 4 individual surface-mounted permanent magnet electric motors, one for each wheel, the Nevera R outputs a mind-melting 2,107 horsepower. It launches from 0 to 186 mph in an unbelievable 8.66 seconds. Durability and engineering. Electric cars usually struggle with thermal degradation under repeated hard launches. Rimac solved this with a liquid-cooled 108 kW battery system using a specialized water glycol coolant running directly through the battery pack cells. The carbon fiber monocoque is the largest single piece of carbon fiber in the automotive industry, carrying a stiffness rating of 70,000 nanometer per degree, making it practically indestructible under load. Estimated price. With production capped at just 40 units, owner entry starts at $2.5 million. Is proof that modern hypercars don't need digital screens to be breathtaking. Welcome to Horacio Pagani's masterpiece, the Pagani Utopia. Engine power. Built exclusively for Pagani by Mercedes-AMG, the Utopia packs a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12, producing 852 horsepower and 811 lb-ft of torque. Best of all, you can pair it with a gated 7-speed manual transmission. Durability and engineering. Pagani invented 2 brand-new materials for this car: Carbo Titanium and Carbo Triax. By weaving titanium threads directly into the carbon fiber, the chassis absorbs impact energy without shattering like traditional composite weaves. Even the 4 titanium exhaust pipes are coated in ceramic to withstand temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius without discoloring. Estimated price? A work of rolling art like this will set collectors back $2.5 million to $3.0 million before custom options. Coming in at number 7. Lamborghini takes their flagship V12 heritage into the electrified future with the Lamborghini Revuelto. Engine power. At its heart sits a mid-mounted 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 making 814 horsepower on its own. Add 3 electric motors into the mix, and total output leaps to a terrifying 1,001 horsepower with a red line of 9,500 RPM. Durability and engineering. Lamborghini calls the chassis the monofuselage. Crafted entirely from forged carbon composite, a technology Lamborghini patented using short carbon fibers soaked in resin, It's 10% lighter and 25% stiffer than the Aventador's frame. The front impact structures are also made of carbon fiber, absorbing twice as much energy as traditional aluminum frames in a crash. Estimated price. Demand is so intense the order books are backed up for years, with prices starting around $600,000. Number 6 is essentially a Formula One car with license plates, the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Co-created with F1 genius Adrian Newey, it skips heavy luxury trim to focus on 100% aerodynamic purity. Engine power. Built by Cosworth, the Valkyrie features a 6.5-liter V12 paired with a Rimac hybrid KERS system. It generates 1,160 horsepower and revs all the way to a bone-chilling 11,100 RPM. Durability and engineering. There isn't a single steel component in the Valkyrie's core structure. The engine and transmission are stress-bearing members of the frame, meaning the rear suspension mounts directly to the engine casing. To survive these massive torsional loads, Cosworth forged the engine block out of high-grade aerospace alloy used in jet engines. Estimated price. A pure F1 experience on the street comes with an estimated price tag of $3.5 million. Unlocking the top half of our list at number 5 is a car engineer said was impossible to make road legal, the Mercedes-AMG 1. Engine power. It literally uses the exact 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 hybrid engine from Lewis Hamilton's championship-winning Formula One car. Paired with 4 electric motors, it pushes 1,049 horsepower and revs to 11,000 RPM. Durability and engineering. Making an F1 engine idle at 1,200 RPM instead of 5,000 RPM without stalling or overheating took 5 years of engineering delay. Mercedes had to coat the engine's internal components in diamond-like carbon, DLC, to prevent premature wear. Furthermore, the split turbocharger uses an electric motor on the turbine shaft to eliminate turbo lag instantly, built with high-temperature silicon nitride ceramics that survive 1,000 degrees C exhaust gas. Estimated price. All 275 units were sold before launch at a price of $2.7 million. At number 4... the fastest car Koenigsegg will ever attempt to build. The Jesko Absolute. Christian von Koenigsegg stripped away the rear wing to drop the drag coefficient down to an ultra-slippery 0.278 AACTUS engine power. Its 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 features a flat plane crankshaft weighing just 12.5 kilos, the lightest in the world. Running on E85 biofuel, it cranks out an enormous 1,600 horsepower and 1,106 lb-ft of torque. Durability and engineering. The secret weapon is the light-speed transmission, LST. Instead of a heavy single or dual clutch, Koenigsegg uses 9 wet clutches inside a package weighing under 90 kilograms. It allows you to skip straight from 9th gear to 4th gear without delay. Built using carbon Kevlar monocoque structures, it's engineered to withstand top speeds exceeding 310 miles per hour. Estimated price. This land rocket carries an estimated price tag of $3.4 million to $4.0 million. Taking the bronze medal at number 3... is the groundbreaking successor to the iconic F1 and P1, the McLaren W1. Engine power. Under its active bodywork lies an all-new 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 mated to an F1-derived electric E-module. Together, they blast 1,258 horsepower exclusively to the rear wheels, making it the most powerful rear-wheel drive McLaren ever built. Durability and engineering. The W1 features the Aerocell carbon fiber monocoque, incorporating integrated seats to save weight and shorten the wheelbase. Its revolutionary active long-tail rear wing extends back by 300 millimeters to act as a massive diffuser, generating over 2,200 pounds of downforce without breaking structural components under extreme air resistance. Estimated price: limited to 399 units worldwide, every single one was claimed at a base price of $2.1 million. At number 2, speed takes a back seat to pure, unadulterated opulence. This is the Rolls-Royce boat tail, one of the most expensive custom commissions on planet Earth. Engine power: under the long hood sits Rolls-Royce's whisper-quiet 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12 engine, producing 563 horsepower. It's built not for racetracks, but for effortless coasting. Durability and engineering: the entire rear deck structure took 20 months of continuous engineering to perfect. Hand-hammered aluminum body panels mimic J-class racing yachts. The rear aft deck opens at the push of a button with a complex mechanical butterfly action, housing custom dual refrigerators calibrated to store Armand de Brignac champagne at exactly 6 degrees Celsius to keep electrical components cool under scorching desert heat. 2 ECU monitored fans circulate air continuously under the wooden rear deck. Estimated price: at a reported $28 million, it's not just a car, it's a floating villa on wheels. And now, taking the crown as the #1 dream car in the world. The Bugatti Tourbillon. Named after the high-end watchmaking mechanism that counteracts gravity, Bugatti threw out the quad-turbo W16 to create an analog masterpiece for eternity. Engine power. Co-developed with Cosworth, the Tourbillon is powered by an 8.3-liter naturally aspirated V16 engine that revs to 9,000 RPM. Combined with 3 electric motors, 2 on the front axle, 1 on the rear, it produces a mind-bending 1,800 horsepower. Durability and engineering. In a world of rapidly aging digital touchscreens, Bugatti engineered an instrument cluster built by Swiss watchmakers. Made of over 600 individual titanium, sapphire, and ruby parts, it weighs just 700 grams and has 0 electronic screens to go dark over time. The chassis uses 3D printed hollow titanium suspension arms designed by AI to handle 276 plus mph wind stress while dropping weight below the Chiron. Estimated price: starting at $4.1 million. Only 250 human beings will ever own this timeless masterpiece. If you had $30 million dropping into your bank account today, which one of these 10 dream cars are you putting in your garage? The timeless analog Bugatti Tourbillon or the raw manual Pagani Utopia? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next hypercar deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.